These are two of the rewards currently available at LEGO.com in the LEGO Insiders Rewards section. I'm talking about the Buildable Grey Castle and the Buildable Cassette player. Both can be exchanged for 2,400 points, with a code being sent to your email, which can be used in a future purchase, with the set being sent at that time. Are the offers worth it? Let's take a look. As you may know, points can also be spent on discount vouchers. Currently, you can use 750 points to get a €5 coupon. In other words, 2,400 points are equivalent to €16. As another fact, to obtain 204,000 points, it is necessary to spend €320, taking into account that for each euro spent, you will receive 7.5 points. Of course, there are other ways to receive points through Double Insiders points, registering sets or quizzes and activities that the site itself occasionally runs. The Buildable Grey Castle has 112 pieces, while the Buildable Cassette player has 145. Taking the €16 reference, this gives around 14 cents and 11 cents respectively per element, which is not the best ratio for this segment. Within this price, in unlicensed sets, the number of parts is generally higher. Both are sent in the yellow boxes common to this type of offer, with the cover being the set's instructions. The parts are contained in a Ziploc with a sticker with the set's reference. The castle has a very simple design. The goal is to replicate a microscale version of the iconic 6073 Knight's Castle from 1984. In truth be told, it fulfills its function, even though the construction process is very quick and sequential. In terms of elements, in addition to the Black Falcon's shield, the big news and probably the biggest reason for purchasing this set is the inclusion of 4 exclusive microfigures, 2 inspired by Black Falcons and the other 2 by Forest Men, which, truth be told, they don't make a lot of sense in this set regarding the 6073, since they only appeared 3 years later in 1987. Nevertheless, they are very welcome. As for the Walkman, it is the total opposite. It's not a display set, and the type of nostalgia achieved is different. It has more parts, it is functional, more detailed, and the construction process is very interesting. Regarding the elements, we have the interesting 1x4 tiles in transclear, which are not that common, and the rare 1x1 round tiles with bar and pin holder in the always appreciated metallic silver color, which only appeared on the Nissan Skyline GTR from Speed Champions. In conclusion, within the Insider offers, I always prefer those that contain LEGO elements, preferably with the minifigures, which is not the case. The Grey Castle is a beautiful reference to the 80s theme that will touch castle fans in a nostalgic way, and the microfigures are a must-have that may not appear again on a LEGO set. The cassette player has more parts, a much better construction experience, and it is a functional replica of an accessory that marked the generations that grew up in the late 80s and 90s. In my case, I really liked the two. I fit on both cases mentioned above. I grew up in the 80s and 90s, and I followed the castle theme closely. Long before I knew that LEGO will send me the sets for review, I had already exchanged points to have the sets in my collection. And what about you? What is your opinion? Which one do you prefer, if any? Thank you LEGO and the Land for sending the set for review. Opinions on it are my own. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the upcoming reviews for many other themes that I'm sure you will love. But most importantly, don't forget to play well.